just you have like an overwhelming victory right now. Like, you know, in the Mortal Kombat when when you like kill somebody and you rip their spine out.
You landed a fatality.
You just did that to me.
Mike Rambowoods. My name is Cole. His name is Mike. His name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 73 of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. And this week we are doing two things. Two things we're doing today on the Anime Protagonist Podcast. We are doing, I have a tough time with this word, superlatives?
Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Like, who's most likely to do this, and who's most likely to do that? It'll be fun. Just you wait. And we're also reviewing the hit manga, as suggested by our good little boy, Joseph.
Oh, he's so good.
Magi? There it is. It's behind Jay.
I think it's pronounced Magi.
Magi. We're reviewing Magi, the manga, as requested by Jay. Speaking of Jay, hi. Mike, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind this week? Well, there's two things on my mind, and I'm going to start with the first one because it's easy. I'm going on a road trip. When you're listening to this, I'll have just got back from my road trip, but I'm going down through the United States of America. Going to be visiting Chicago, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Detroit, and then back up into the lovely nation of Canada to visit a big old city that you might have heard of called Toronto. I'm going to go hang out with Drake in the 6.
I'm going to go hang out with Drake, watch some Leafs games.
Some Leafs. Not going to watch any Raptors games, that's for sure.
Nope.
Yep.
They're done. They're toasty.
Yeah, they fired their head coach, actually.
That was just today as of recording.
Yeah, yikes.
R.I.P. Nick Nurse. He'll go coach for the Spurs or something.
Yeah, he'll be out there somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
But yeah, I'm just kind of geared up because American listeners, if you don't know, like in Canada, we do not have the same fast food restaurants as you. So like when you say Chick-fil-A or something like that, or Chipotle, it's just normal to you. And it's just something we don't have, and I don't get to experience these things.
That's a special time when you get to have your Sonic milkshake or your
that's right.
or your
Carl's
Chipotle,
Jr.
Carl's Jr. Or I can't think of anything else that we don't have.
Culver's. Culver's
also
is
known
good.
as Culver's is Hardee's is Carl's Jr.
Hardee's is Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Someone got me excited saying that there was a In-N-Out burger located in North
that's
Dakota.
What I was thinking of. Yeah.
What?
Trust me, I looked into it. They were a dirty liar.
That's not true.
I know.
That's
I need to try
true.
In-N-Out so bad. But
In-N-Out. So many people say it's like the best burger, and I'm kind of skeptical now.
I think I've had it, actually.
You were in California, right?
Yeah, when I went to California, we stopped there.
It's like West Coast only, right?
Yeah. Honestly, like we have Shake Shack relatively close to us in Minneapolis, and that is fire.
I've never had Shake Shack.
Burger.
I forgot that existed.
The closest one's Minneapolis, and it's like In-N-Out's competitor, basically.
Yeah, I think they're opening one in Ontario now, or they did
in Toronto.
6.
Yeah, within the next couple of years.
Yeah,
in the 6. Yeah.
Go Leafs.
Yeah. Sure.
Go Leafs, go.
Yeah.
Aren't you a Habs fan, Cole?
Yeah.
Any Canadian,
I hate the
Canadian
Leafs.
Team. Everyone hates the Leafs.
I hate the Leafs. No. Any
that,
Canadian team except the Leafs.
Yeah. That's like just the public opinion up here in Canada, except for Leafs fans. Is like any Canadian team. And then now we're so desperate for a Canadian Stanley Cup that we'll like even root for the Leafs, but you kind of deep down feel dirty doing it.
I won't.
No?
I refuse.
Oh, I do.
I think we should explain why we have this hate for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just very briefly. Everything is centered out of Toronto in Canada, right? So it's like in the US for our American listeners, like you've got New York and LA, and like those are your two entertainment hubs, right? So you kind of get inundated with like Yankee stuff, and
I feel like Yankees and Cowboys are like the equivalents of the Leafs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just a like big team.
In basketball, you've got the Knicks, and you got the other New York team. Nets, Knicks and Nets, and then the Clippers and the Lakers, right? In Canada, we're obsessed with hockey, and everything is out of Toronto. So, like, we are inundated with Toronto Maple Leafs and how this is the year that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win the cup, and they never do.
Hey,
they
cool.
haven't been out of the first round of the playoffs since 2004.
Hey,
Jay wasn't even born then.
Jay.
What?
Jay.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what came out the same year the Leafs last won a playoff series, like the first round of the playoffs?
2004 was Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man came out, Lord of the Rings Return of the King came out, and the Nintendo DS came out. Not DS Lite.
No, the DS.
That's
2004
crazy.
was a good year.
2004 was a good year if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I derailed you, Mike.
Well, no.
Oh,
2004
yeah.
was a good year, and also the Toronto Maple Leafs won the first round of the playoffs.
They sure didn't win anything else,
unfortunately.
No, they won that one round.
Yeah.
But and we're rocking our Jets jerseys here, like good Canadian boys. So it's
good Canadian boys.
Yeah, it's go Jets, go. And
Go
then
Jets.
the real thing I wanted to ask you guys here is a simple question. You saw before we were recording, I made myself a delightful little sandwich.
I did see it. It was very delightful, very crispy, very thick. It looked like a Scooby-Doo sandwich.
Yeah. Did you have a pickle with it?
There's pickle on there. I took 2 pieces of bread. Some it's called Miller's.
It's a good start for a sandwich.
Yeah, 2 pieces of bread.
2 pieces of bread.
Can't
And
have a
then
sandwich
mayo.
without it, arguably.
Mustard, cheddar cheese, pork. There's just like it's like called roast pork. It's the stuff that I get from up here, and it's just like basically like
What a novel concept.
I know
Roast pork.
but it's like actual just like a sliced roast pork, not like a ham, but like just like I don't know how to explain
Pork
it.
roast?
Pork roast. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, yeah, and then pickles, and then I toasted it, and it was good. But I want to know, you're building your dream sandwich. Walk me through it. We'll start with Jay.
Oh, that's hard because I'm not. I don't know. I don't really have like an ideal sandwich. I feel like
Jay doesn't like sandwiches.
No, it's not that I don't like sandwiches. It's that like it depends on like the kind of sandwich I want depends on my mood. If you know what I mean.
I hear that.
So like sometimes like just a good classic grilled cheese is all I'll need to get me through a meal.
Can I
I
tell you a
love me
hot
a good
take?
grilled cheese.
Can I tell you a hot take?
No.
And I'm gonna get hate for this.
Oh no, Michael! Don't do it.
I know I'm gonna get actually burnt, roasted, crispy online for this take. But man, I do not like a grilled cheese.
Oh my God!
You're
a
wrong?
monster.
Am I a psycho or something?
Yes.
I don't. It's
frankly,
it's boring. It's such a boring sandwich.
No. It is, and that's why it's like the classic. But like, if you ever have a grilled cheese, try a grilled cheese with like mac and cheese on it.
Oh, Jay, what? That's a mac and cheese sandwich, is what that is.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's like
I'm into that.
It's grilled, so it's like a grilled cheese, but it's mac and cheese instead of just like regular sliced cheese, and it's like so good.
I could get down with that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So your ideal sandwich is a grilled cheese mac and cheese sandwich.
No, but they are really good. Like I said, I don't know what like my ideal sandwich is.
Olive loaf.
You know what?
Loaf.
As long as it has a pickle on the side, I'm happy.
Pickle on the side, not on the sandwich?
No. It has to be on the side.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Coley?
For me, there's kind of similar to Jay. Like I like a good thick amount of corned beef sandwich on it. Corned beef on my sandwich.
Corned beef is
First of all, you got to have rye bread. Rye bread is the only bread for my sandwich.
Yes.
All other breads are highly inferior.
Sourdough pipes up into this conversation, I would say.
But rye's the best.
Rye's good.
Rye's the best. It's got that roughage in it. It's good.
Like
it's
if we're building that tier list, rye is S tier.
Yeah. Truly S tier.
I'd put sourdough above rye. But that's okay.
Nah. Sourdough's tough to find too. Rye is so accessible.
Yeah.
But honestly, there are not good ryes.
Yep.
Maybe it's like a regional thing.
I think
where
rye might be fairly regional, but no, I don't think. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think the different types of rye are.
Yeah. If you're listening to us, tell us if you have rye bread in your grocery store. Okay, but you got rye bread.
rye bread, and then I don't know, like the meat. I like a cold cut, like salami. Yeah, stuff like that. I agree with Jay. Pickle take. Yeah, I like it. I mean, mustard. And sorry, boys.
Hold on. What kind of mustard?
It'd be a hot mustard.
Hot mustard? Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a hot mustard or of some variant.
Like
of
a Dijon.
For me, if we're talking specifically a cold cut sandwich, it has to be Dijon for me.
Yeah, like a coarse Dijon with
I get down with the yellow mustard from time to time, like a bologna sandwich, and with yellow mustard can be nice.
Fried bologna sandwich. Oof.
Again, not a fried bologna guy.
Do you just not like hot sandwiches?
Not a fan of
Maybe
bologna.
not. I don't know.
Fry up your bologna. Anyway, the
yeah.
most important thing, you guys are cutting me off. Mayonnaise on my sandwich.
Yeah, you're a big mayonnaise guy.
It depends.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of this, we had this discussion while we were hanging out, and I feel like we should talk about this on the podcast. Sorry to derail you, Cole.
No, it's okay. I was done.
Is a hamburger a sandwich?
Oh no. Yes, obviously it is.
Technically, yes. Yeah. Technically, it's a sandwich.
So the reason I bring this up is because we were talking about how I think Cole was saying it, that if someone refers to a hamburger as a sandwich, it like really upsets him.
It's kind of weird. I know that it is a sandwich.
It is,
but
weird.
It's just odd to call it that.
Yes. It's kind of old man-y to call it a sandwich, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They call a Krabby Patty a sandwich in SpongeBob, and it's so weird. Like, of course it is, because it's like, stuff between two pieces of bread.
Yeah.
But like, it's not a sandwich. Someone, for whatever reason, decided to come into my room while we were recording, despite the fact that I told them, "Hey, I'm recording. Please don't come in my room."
It looked like you're catching a fly. Jay should have just screamed, "Get out! Get out! Get out!"
No, I'm anti. Like I agree that it is a sandwich, but I would never call it a sandwich.
It doesn't bother me, but I would never call it a sandwich. And then Jay's next take is the more upsetting one of the two of their conversation there. The hot dog one.
Oh.
Yeah, hot dog it's not a sandwich.
Yeah. But if a burger is, then wouldn't a hot dog also be?
A hot dog is just one bun. It's not two separate things, so it's just.
But a hamburger bun is one bun.
No, it's not.
It's just cut completely in half.
Yeah, but a hot dog bun isn't. It's still one thing. It's not like.
What about a Subway sandwich?
Well, that's.
Yeah.
But it's called a sandwich. But it's called a sandwich.
Oh, got him.
Oh. My logic is
I've never actually thought of that
undefeatable.
argument to this, Cole, and that's a great argument, actually. Yeah, a Subway sandwich isn't cut through all the way. Yeah.
But it could be, and it sometimes is.
What about when you're eating a hot dog and like the hot dog is so big that it rips the bun in half?
Oh,
just
man.
Incidentally. That makes me so mad.
I recently went to like a beloved establishment in our area that's based on Half Moon, and I had the hot dog there, and it came with it was the foot-long hot dog cut in half and shoved into just a regular sized bun, and it was just like the hot dog was just falling out everywhere. I was like, this is just wrong. This is dumb.
Can't do that. Can't do that to me.
Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway,
if you got a foot-long hot dog, you need a 10-inch bun so that an inch hangs on each side.
Okay, hold on. Before we move on, what is your ideal hot dog?
Toppings?
Toppings for a hot dog.
Okay. Hear me out, boys. Okay, there's two. First of all, they always have mustard, yellow mustard in this case.
I feel like mustard is the essential for a hot dog.
Yeah, mustard's the essential. There's
yellow mustard.
Everything else is optional.
From what I've heard, there are, I think, two essentials for a hot dog, according to the Hot Dog Association, which actually does exist. And mustard is one of them. Ketchup is
mustard.
No.
Mustard. Hear me out. Mayonnaise.
No.
Yep.
Canceled.
And he's not going to cancel.
Sauerkraut.
No.
Sauerkraut's acceptable.
No.
Or you could substitute out sauerkraut for pickles.
I don't think I've ever had a pickle.
Hot dog.
I don't think I've ever had a pickle on a hot dog.
Try it. I implore you.
Unless we're talking relish. I've had relish.
Well, I mean relish.
Yeah.
Like what's the like relish is just like a sweet pickle.
Well, yeah,
I'm
telling you, Mike, try
relish,
it.
I'll try
relish is a spread, whereas a pickle's like a solid thing.
Yeah, like it's got to be like sliced pickles. I don't mean like throw a pickle on you, like a whole pickle.
Hear me out. Replace the wiener with a pickle.
like a veggie,
pickles.
like a veggie dog, but it's literally a veggie dog.
Yeah,
like literally just veggies.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my stance. I will also put ketchup on it, but that's only sometimes if I'm feeling it.
I have two ways I dress my hot dogs.
Okay.
It depends how I'm feeling. It depends on the mood. Way number one, ketchup, cheese whiz, yellow mustard, onions, maybe sauerkraut.
Yep. I'm not a fan of processed cheese whiz.
I'm not either.
Gross.
It has its place though, and a hot dog is one of them. One of the few.
Here's my question about the onions, because I forgot about those. Grilled onion or raw onion?
Raw.
Caramelized onions.
Diced fine.
I could go either way. Honestly,
I could go either way.
Right on the fence.
Honestly, I'm an onion boy. I love onions. So.
Onions are...
you're Ukrainian.
I know.
Of course you
it's
love
in
onions.
my genes.
Yeah.
I also love onions, so I agree with that take.
It's in our genes. Yeah. And then the other way is the Chicago way, which is you take diced onions and mix it up with diced tomatoes, and you just throw it on there with some mustard. You got to be in the right mood for that though.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure your tomatoes and stuff aren't too like so wet. You got to let some of the juice drain off of them so you don't get a soggy bun.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. It's good.
I think that's my hesitation on that one is.
Now, Jay, tell us your effed up hot dog you're going to tell us.
Mine's just like it's not classic because I throw on caramelized onions, but like aside from that, I just go ketchup, mustard.
That's
can't go wrong.
Base level, basic, awesome hot dog. That's great.
Yeah. That is hot dog. But you put on those onions on there?
Caramelized onions? No, Jay, you got
a little sweet treat.
Sweet treat. Mm-hmm. But you guys have heard enough about sandwiches and hot dogs and stuff like that. So tell me, Cole, what's on Jay's mind?
Okay.
Gave Cole a heart attack there.
Yeah.
Mike just clearly forgot that I haven't spoken. No, so what is on my mind? I am gearing up to start a playthrough of Pokemon Black 2.
Ooh.
And that is because a YouTuber that I watch is starting, or by the time this is up, has started a walkthrough of the game, and I'm going to play alongside the videos that go up daily. And so just to talk about this YouTuber a little bit, because I think that they're really interesting, and you guys should check them out if you like Nintendo games and things like that. His name is Chugga Conroy, and he covers mostly Nintendo games or games that are on Nintendo platforms. And he will cover them in very, very excruciating detail. So he'll make sure to cover every single aspect about the game, as well as do extensive research into development history and little tidbits about it. And he does a really good job of getting or telling people about the game.
How do you spell that? His handle there?
Chugga Conroy, Chugggaa Conroy.
Okay, I was just making sure because it was kind of a confusing one. I want people to find this guy.
Yeah.
Chugga Conroy.
Super small channel, over 1 million subs. So he absolutely needs our shout out.
Yeah. 1 million subs for big guys, big streamers, that's not that much really, compared to don't get me wrong, it's a lot of subs.
It's more than we have.
A bit.
We have 150
just a little bit.
Sub to our YouTube channel, please.
Yeah. Mike works hard on our YouTube videos.
All do. Jay works harder than me.
But you can smile as you watch our faces.
Yeah, Cole got a new camera. Jay, or not new camera, new light. Jay, this is interesting that you bring this up though, because I've been actually kind of have this little itch at the back of my throat, and it just kind of has been telling me maybe I should start up a vintage Pokemon playthrough lately. And I've been kind of craving DS era Pokemon too. So it's interesting that you bring that up. Maybe I'll start one up at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do white too.
If you watch Chugga Conroy, or his name is Emil, could play alongside him too. Because
maybe
it's fun. I mean, I know that a lot of people are very different on how they like to play their games. Some people just like to hide away in their little hole and just play.
That's me. Cole's pointing at himself too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And others like to have like a community where they play, but really depends.
I find that the older I get, the harder it is for me to play stuff online because I just don't have time to be good at stuff, and you have to be good to play online.
See, I find the opposite. Like, as I get older, I just find that I'm good at everything. So
yeah, well, it must be nice being older than me.
See, I find that the older I get, the more I want to play online and just like lose constantly.
I want to punish myself.
I just want to be treated like the bad boy I am. Jay. That's what he said.
Jay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
I've come to the realization and the acceptance that I am the villain of the three of us.
No.
I feel like I'm the villain, if anything.
I feel like Mike's the villain.
Yeah. I'm an antagonizer. It's my nature.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
But I'm also the one who popularized the D-mid Slayer between the three of us.
That's true. That's true. You are the villain.
You do have the hottest takes for sure, I'd say.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that starts fights in the comments section, which, by the way, if you have a comment to leave for this video that you're watching on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment. We love to read them.
Yes. We will read them.
Oh, we will.
Yes. We read them all and discuss amongst each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes if they're negative, we'll just like make it a running joke between the three of us.
That's true.
Yeah. We go, hey, did you read that comment?
Yeah.
That person left.
Yeah, I read that comment. That person left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be you.
It could be you, and it could be read on the podcast. Cool. What's on your mind?
Thank you. What's on my mind? Well, in case you couldn't tell, it's playoffs time, baby. I've just been watching NHL playoffs. That's literally all I do. I come home, I sit on my couch, I turn on the early game, and then I go to bed, and the late game's on. That's all I do.
To be fair, they basically make the first round like it's like an all evening event. Like literally, the first game starts at like 4.
It's like
and
a
then
convention.
the last game ends at starts at 10. So it's like
yeah. The first game will start at 6, and then like last night the game started at 6, and then our home team ended their game at midnight.
Hey, Cole, can you remind me which team are you rooting for? Because I can't really tell.
Go Jets, go.
The regionally close-ish team to us.
Hopefully they're still in it by the time this airs, but we'll see.
Well, they split their series. They split their first 2 games, the city may blow up. Last time that the Jets went far, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
The whole city was just vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Even right now, if you look at buses in our city, you'll see Go Jets Go on the LEDs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You really gotta I don't know if that's a hockey thing. That's all we have up here.
Yeah.
Is this team.
Pretty well.
So we invest a lot of our sport bandwidth to them. We've got our CFL team too, but
you can only care so much
CFL.
about CFL.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, otherwise, also, you can't really talk CFL with people from the States or anything.
States,
because it's a completely different game as well.
Yeah,
it's a great
game. And then
otherwise
MLB, NBA, those are in Toronto. So I cheer for the Raptors, I cheer for the Blue Jays, but it's not local.
Yeah,
You get excited when Bautista hit that home run. Oh baby!
When there's that big brawl.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But when the Jets made the 3rd round of the 2017-2018 playoffs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was craziness.
Didn't the Raptors win in 2019, I think?
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Seasons ago.
It was right before COVID happened, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what's on my mind. Just watching hockey. If you're watching hockey, let us know. Who are you cheering for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys say we go and review this manga?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
do that.
Jay, would you like to tell us about what this manga is that you've picked for us?
Sure. So I decided to pick Magi by Shinobu Otaka. Published in Weekly Shonen Sunday. I don't know the years, I'm sorry, but we
don't have that information on hand.
No. But we each read volume 1, and we're going to discuss it. What we thought about it, whether we liked it, whether we didn't like it, who we'd recommend it to, that kind of thing. But first, I think we should give our predictions of how each of us feel about it.
Okay. I'll start then. Jay.
Yep.
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Yep.
I'm going to say you enjoy this manga.
Okay.
Mike, I think Mike also enjoyed it. I think Mike may continue to read it. If I may be so bold as to predict.
That's very bold of you. I believe that Cole did not care for this manga. And I believe that Jay did care for this manga, but maybe it didn't quite live up to his expectations.
Jay?
I think that Cole did not like volume 1.
Okay.
And then Mike didn't love it, but he didn't hate it as much as Cole did.
I think we're united that we think Cole didn't like it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shall we reveal what we actually thought now?
Shall we?
And we're not talking spoilers, right? Because there's no time for that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we only read the first 7 chapters.
I don't think that there's really many spoilers in volume 1.
There was nothing too powerful
the
there.
The first
really.
2 chapters were basically standalone chapters.
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys think I hated it. I didn't hate it. It was fun. I'm intrigued, like what Aladdin is, who he is.
How would you guys summarize the story thus far? Kind of like, what would you say if someone asked you, "What's this about?" What would you say it is about?
It's based on 12 Arabian Nights, is what I would say.
Yeah, it's Lil Boy has a genie and a recorder thing.
Yeah, it's like in a flute.
Yeah,
or something.
That caught me off guard.
Yeah.
He goes on little adventures.
Yeah. They kind of touch on the story, but like the dungeon thing that's later on the volume, that's kind of like one of the main things of the story.
Okay.
Is them going into dungeons. I've read the entire Magi series before, so I know more about it. But
I'm lukewarm on it, leaning into warm.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Am I going to continue reading it? Stay tuned and find out.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I read the first 3, and I was kind of like, I'm not loving this, and then I kind of got into like the last 4 because the first volume 7 chapters.
Yeah,
and it left on a pretty good cliffhanger. So I think I read chapter 8 as well, but I didn't drop it, but I paused it. So I don't know if I'll go back to it. It might get dropped at some point, but I, like Cole said, warm to lukewarm. We're talking like a 40-degree water here. Celsius.
Celsius.
The gentleman's temperature.
For me, going back and reading the early chapters, I didn't realize how different it is from the later stuff. Because like this was very, very different from the Magi I remember, and the Magi that is in later stuff that happens. Because like they briefly mention it, but like there's that story about how the guy that conquered the first dungeon became a king later on. That's important, for example.
Okay. I kind of got the vibes from this just as being like kind of a seasoned shonen fan. That like it's one of those cases where like in One Piece where it starts off as like a silly, goofy little boys show.
Yeah.
And then like as it grows, it kind of becomes a lot more complex and has like the freedom. It doesn't need to sell on anyone anymore. Yeah. But it has the freedom to do a little more adventurous and more deep concepts.
Yeah, I think with long running shonens like that, like it's growing up with its reader, right?
Yeah, and
so
that's
it'll
kind
start
of
off as a young man's show or manga. And then as the reader grows up, they're looking for something more.
That's kind of another thing, like with shonen manga, or really just like manga in general. It will spend the first couple chapters trying to find its footing, figure out what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
And then like once it does, then it's off to the races. But that's kind of the problem with first volumes, is like we're in that territory where it's trying to find what works and what doesn't. So yeah.
And yeah, as far as like characters go in it, I don't feel like I've spent enough time with them to really like. I have a bit of an attachment, I suppose, to Aladdin. But that's because he's the main character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and he does some interesting stuff too, right?
And he's like small and cute and like full of energy. But like the other characters, like Alibaba and some of the other people whose names I don't even remember. It's like I don't know. Are they going to be around? Because like the first 2 chapters, you get introduced to these characters and then they just get tossed aside.
So I guess you kind of can find out whether one of them is continuing on in the manga because she's right here.
I don't know which one that is. I can barely see.
That's the slave that he broke the chains of.
Oh yes, I could tell. Yeah. You know how when you read like a manga or watch an anime, you can tell who's going to be a continuing or main character.
If they have an interesting character design, they're going to be a continuing character.
Yeah. As soon as she popped up, I'm like, oh, she looks cool, and then I was like, she must like be like a big character or something like that.
Yeah, she's like so like the 3 of them are kind of like the main trio of the whole story.
Okay.
So like this volume is basically supposed to be introducing the 3 of them basically.
Okay. So Slave Girl, Alibaba, and Aladdin?
Yeah. Aladdin, Alibaba, and Morgiana. Yeah.
Morgana?
Morgana?
I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's like Morgana with like an I after the G.
It'd be Morgiana, I think.
Morgiana. Yeah.
Well, you watched the anime, didn't you? How do they say it in that?
I haven't seen the anime. I've only read the manga.
Oh, you haven't?
I've only read the manga.
It's a classic J move.
Yeah, come on.
Manga elitist.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, side note, this has nothing to do with the review. The first OP of Magi is phenomenal. I love it.
Hasn't watched the anime, read the manga, exclusively watched the OPs. That's the most J thing ever.
Well, now I got to check out the OP.
I'm going to check out the OP too. And you should too, listener.
Just finish this episode first.
Yeah, finish this episode first. Yeah. Maybe if I remember, I'll put a card in here in the YouTube video. If I do this YouTube video, we'll find out.
There's a card in front that says he forgot or we forgot.
We forgot.
Yeah.
We forgot.
Oops.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, Jay, question for you about the main character, our little Aladdin man there.
Yes.
Well, does he continue to be such a pervert for the whole thing?
No, that's kind of one of the things that surprised me. I forgot how much of a pervert he is at the beginning.
Because I'm not a huge fan of like the Mineta type characters like that. And it's just that was part of the reason I didn't get into it a little bit.
Yeah, it honestly, like when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he's like that at the beginning. But like when you learn more about him and like the story expands out and more world building happens and things like that, that part of him just kind of goes away. And they're like, okay, he was never like that. What are you talking about?
A little bit of retcon. They use it to get people to read at the beginning and then just kind of like brush it under the rug. Okay. Yeah. That's a good sign then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In terms of like the art, maybe it was just me, but I do get like Demon Slayer-esque art vibes from it. Did anybody else get that?
I could see that. It wasn't
like some of the like reaction shots of the characters were very like you could tell whoever wrote Demon Slayer was probably inspired by this.
Either inspired or worked as an assistant for them.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Maybe well, it was obviously just me who noticed that. I'll have to send you guys some examples or something. But
I like the little like chibi reaction images where like they just look like.
Oh, those are always good.
Yeah.
And those are kind of the reactions that I'm talking about.
Yeah. No,
like the reactions
I get
whenever
that,
what's the guy in the flute's name? But whenever the guy in the big dude in the flute came out, the reaction faces were awesome. Yeah.
Or I'll send you guys some examples. I don't want to like call up specifics to be. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, no, you don't need to.
Yeah.
It was good though. I wouldn't tell anyone that they need to read this. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a must read by any means. Those Jay's holding it up in the YouTube like video right now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's like a must read by any means. It's just okay so far for me.
Yeah, entertaining enough.
It has potential.
As far as like plot and world building go, like I feel like I haven't dived in enough to really comment on those.
Yeah.
I do like the idea. Like again, it's like it's It's the old J.J. Abrams, like giving you the mystery box, and you're intrigued to see what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box, boys?
Yeah.
Well, keep reading, and you'll find out. But like, what are these dungeons? Who is Aladdin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
there's enough.
Why does he have this genie in his recorder? Like, what's what's going on?
Why do that?
Yeah.
Where is Robin Williams?
I don't get the reference, but
good.
Aladdin?
Yeah, come on, Mike.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm a fool, man.
Mike's got that monkey with the symbols in his brain right now.
I do feel like the art in general was like very stylistic and very creative. I don't know if you got the same vibe, but I
like the
really
character designs.
Yeah,
I like the character designs. I wouldn't put this in like a top 10 list of anime art, if that makes sense.
See,
I think it's just okay.
It's kind of weird because like I wouldn't say like if you're looking for like Berserk super detailed art, it's definitely not that.
No, it's not.
It's
but
not
like,
that, but like it's very imaginative and like it has more of that like child whimsy to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
It gave me a little bit of like Full Metal Alchemist vibes, kind of.
Yep.
Yeah. I can
similar
see
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd buy that. Any other thoughts before we give our final verdict?
No, I don't think so. I kind of like I said.
It's kind of hard to say like keep reading, because if you didn't like it, then it like I don't want to. I'm not really that kind of guy to be like, look, it gets good at around this point, because like.
But what point does it get good though, Jay?
Yeah, I feel like he's just like leading up to it.
I'm not the kind of guy to do this.
No. So like it gets good at around like maybe volume 4, I think.
Okay.
So another 20 chapters.
Around that.
That's not bad.
That's okay.
But like I'm not really the biggest fan of being like, look, you just got to slog through all this and then it eventually gets good.
Sometimes it's true though. Like sometimes you got to slog through. Like early One Piece, it started. Honestly, I thought it started strong, but I've heard from people that they had trouble up until like Fishman Island arc there with like. Or Nami's little backstory.
The good thing about this though is I don't feel like it's a slog.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like I feel like it's good enough to hold my attention. Mm-hmm. It's just I don't know yet if it's my cup of tea.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
there are a
thing.
couple of other variables that are added later on the story that really flesh out the world and the characters and all that, and it makes it a lot better. But as it stands right now, it is a little bit flat. And it's really just like because it's in exposition territory.
Okay. So let's give our scores. Now remember, Jay, you've read the whole manga.
Yes.
This is just based on the first volume.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So with that being said, Jay, why don't you let us know what you'd score this?
Yeah, so we do our scores basically based on what character we would rank it. Antagonist being the worst, protagonist being the best, and then going down, we got supporting character, background character, henchman, just in the middle. So with that in mind, I would give this probably a background. I think in terms of exposition, it's just starting to introduce you to the world, and it doesn't really do that much to completely enthrall you in the story of Magi. Yeah,
one thing I will say is it wasn't exposition heavy, which I liked. It wasn't spouting exposition, which was nice.
No, it wasn't doing that, but like because it is in the beginning stages, it's just like introducing you to this thing rather than starting its story, which is a little bit of a problem in my opinion.
Okay. Mikey?
I think it's good. I see the potential there for this. I think it could, I can see how it develops into like a good story that has like a lot going on. There's like, there's enough set up that it's like kind of teasing you about what's going to come. It left on a great point to leave like the volume, honestly, that it kind of makes you pretty much have to continue reading because you want to know what happens immediately after. So I'll probably continue reading. I don't know when I'll continue reading, and I don't know if I'd recommend this to anyone, because right now it kind of just feels unique, but also very generic at the same time. So I can't say this would be for anyone, but if you like shonen stuff, like your classic vintage shonen, you know what I mean, like Dragon Ball and like OG Naruto and stuff like that, I think there's something here for you. You'd like it. Yeah. I think my score for this one will probably be a background character.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much echoing with what Mike said. I would probably be a little bit more open to maybe recommending it to people. I mean, the vast majority of anime fans are shonen fans, and I feel like this is borderline maybe like kind of a love letter to those vintage shonens like Naruto, like Dragon Ball, like One Piece, allegedly. I don't know. Never seen it. But yeah, I would. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this is my thing.
Keep in mind, guys, this did release in 2009.
Yeah, so it is. It's old, but it's not that old.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like it's kind of
a love
paying
letter.
homage to those older anime and manga. Sorry, but I'll go with the background character for this as well. I definitely think that there's more good than bad here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like this probably would have been a better anime to review than the manga, but
maybe
you could.
Maybe we'll do that.
It's 50-something episodes, though, isn't it?
Season 1's 25.
Okay, season 1. There you go.
That's not bad. Yeah. That's not bad. But Mike, you have to pick a manga for us to read next time.
Oh no.
Yep.
It's a good thing I came up with one.
Oh, it's a good thing. Oh, I thought I caught him off guard.
You thought you got me, but you can't get the master. All right, are you guys ready to learn what we're reviewing next? The next manga.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you're ready now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read the description to you.
Okay.
In the far future, war has destroyed the entire Earth, leaving only a barren wasteland where a supply of water is controlled by the greedy king. In search of a long-lost lake, Sheriff Rao asked the King of Demons for help and got the king's son, Beelzebub, and his assistant, Thief. Together, the unlikely trio sets off across the desert, facing dragons, bandits, and the deadliest foe of all, the king's army itself. And this manga, this one-shot, one-volume manga of 14 chapters...
Okay.
Is written by a little-known author, which you may have heard of, known as Akira Toriyama.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote this little thing called Dragon Ball.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
And they're adapting this manga into a movie that will release this year. The manga we will be reading next is called Sandland.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. In the distant future, the year 2000.
That's right. In the distant future, the year
of
2000.
Yeah. Yes.
I basically wanted to just like tie this into the movie because I remember this one coming out in Shonen Jump, like when I used to get this, when they used to have like the physical subscription here in North America that you could get, and I never actually finished it. So I'm excited to actually read it. I'm not super hopeful for this to be anything game changing, but it'll be nice to know the source material for when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a mailbag question,
Oh
Michael?
boy, you bet I do.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad that you have one.
It's time for the mailbag.
Dear listener, we have a mailbag this week. This one's
boy.
from Super Mexi.
Okay,
Okay.
get ready.
They want to question us. Man, my brain's not working today.
It's okay.
Not
It's that
sure.
hat. It's
if
too tight.
It's too tight. This hat's just too tight on me. Not sure if this one's been talked about, but who is your favorite waifu of all time?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Good Lord.
Does it have to be anime and manga, or can it be anything?
They didn't specify. They just said favorite waifu. But I feel like waifu is anime and manga, but I don't know. Up to you. This is our show. We can do what we want. Cole's looking around the room. Just say Misato.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Cole, just say Misato.
Just say
Come on.
Misato.
Come on.
Yeah,
Cole.
I feel like that's the right answer.
Yeah.
She always works her way into these episodes for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a thang. You got a thang
I'll go with
Mami
Holo.
Misato. Yeah, okay.
Bringing back the furry
No reason.
thing. Bringing
No
back
reason.
the Cole is a furry joke.
No, I don't know. Like, I'm looking. I like Holo. I like Misato, obviously. Yotsuba. Non-anime, I mean Makoto from
Persona 5.
Persona 5.
No.
But yeah, let's go Misato.
Okay, I was gonna say, no, listen to me, boy. He said favorite. One. Favorite is one. Now, Jay,
You gotta pick one. Misato.
pick one of your all-time favorites right now.
So, I have a lot.
See, this is gonna hurt Jay. This is gonna hurt Jay to pick
This is
one.
gonna hurt. If we're going anything, including non-anime manga, I would probably have to say Tess from beginning after the end, but I feel like that's a biased pick.
That's not even that. Okay. She's good.
Just say Miku.
Just say Miku.
Just say Miku.
She's right above you. You don't have a Tess figure. One probably doesn't exist.
Tess doesn't exist as a figure yet. Maybe one day.
No.
I do have Miku up here, so I could say Miku.
Sinon.
No, it's not Sinon.
Asuna.
No. I feel like it has to be Miku for the brand.
Of course it's Miku. Yeah, of course it is. And Mike, do we even have to ask him?
Yeah, ask me.
But Mike, who's your number one waifu? And
I
why
think
is
the
it
answer-
your literal wife?
My literal wife is good, but she's not a 2D character, and that's her greatest flaw, which is why Botan is
course it's
probably my
Botan.
answer.
Of course
Botan's
it's
great.
Botan.
Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Botan kicks butt and also takes names and also is a literal angel. So there's that. Also, blue hair supremacy is a thing. Aqua's great as well.
Aqua's pretty good. Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to Mai Sakurajima. Another great S tier waifu.
That's another one of Jay's. But you successfully picked a non-anime character as your number one waifu.
Mm-hmm.
An elf
Congratulations.
princess.
Yes.
Do you have a question for the listeners of this week as Cole's music swells over our illustrious voices?
If you could have one wish granted, what would that wish be?
Oh, that's a deep question.
Little Magi reference there.
I wish for the local team Jets to win the Stanley Cup.
I wish for a peanut butter jelly sandwich with crunchy peanut butter.
I wish this podcast would go on to a break.
Oh, well, you're in luck.
Break. We're good.
Back to the Anime Protagonist Podcast, where we will be doing a yearbook of most likely to. So we have a bunch of most likely to do various things, and we're going to be talking about characters we think would be the most likely to do this. There are many different ones, so there's no real thing, but I'm going to stop rambling now and let's get right into it.
Whoa.
I have a question. Did you guys ever get voted for any most likely to in high school?
Yes.
Heck no.
Okay. Jay, what did you get votes most likely?
You guys are gonna laugh at this one. Most likely to be late to his own wedding.
Okay.
It's accurate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Based on last week's review of Ancient Mage's Bride?
Yeah. I was voted most unique. Ugh. Yuck.
You know what that means.
I was the weirdo.
That's a nice way to say weirdest.
Yes.
Speaking of that, did you guys ever get did you guys ever have a attractive persons list?
What?
No.
So when I was in middle school, the girls that I went to school with made a list of all the guys and ranked them between attractive and least attractive.
Oh, well, I mean, not an official list, but I'm sure.
It was on the whiteboard, this list?
No, it was on a piece of paper. My friend has it.
Okay.
I was at the bottom of the
attractive,
list.
These popular. Oh, Jay, I'm paying F to pay respects.
Yeah,
pressing
press
F
F.
to pay respects. Yeah.
Press F.
Comment F to pay respects to Jay for being voted most unattractive.
Least attractive. Let's go.
It's okay. I wouldn't have made it very high on the list either.
Yeah, no, we're okay.
We all had a glow
in the
up.
comments, rank the three of us based on how attractive we are.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do it. Don't listen to Jay. Our egos cannot take it. But you can tell us what you think of our superlatives that we're going to play, right?
Yeah.
I was never voted anything, I don't think, by the way, to answer Cole's question.
I'll have to go back and look at your yearbook.
Yeah, you have my yearbooks. I don't have them, so.
My yearbook's somewhere.
I have my yearbooks like outside in my living room. On my
yearbook's
one
like
thing that
somewhere near me.
I feel is weird about me. I'm not very like nostalgic or sentimental, so I don't like that kind of stuff. Doesn't do anything for me. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's nice to look back sometimes.
Look at
in a while. Young pictures. I like looking at my yearbook and looking at your guys' grade because y'all look like little babies.
Little tiny babies, like we were.
Little tiny babies.
Oh, so little.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, why don't we start?
One thing I wanted to say before we started, though, why don't we also, since we're nominating characters for these superlatives,
sure,
let's also nominate each other. Let's decide which one of us would be the superlative too. Okay. I think that could be
I'm glad you said that because I actually put my name down for one of them.
I put your name down for one of them too.
Yeah,
I have a feeling we all put your name down for one of them.
Yeah. We'll find out soon. Okay, I'll go first. I'll read off the first superlative here.
Okay.
Who is the most likely to win a hot dog eating contest? And do we want to say us, like the person, the host first, or do you want to say our characters
first, and then we'll do the host?
Okay, that's what I was going to say, and then we'll see if we beat the character.
Yeah.
I doubt we will.
No.
Yeah.
Mike, who did you pick and why?
I'm glad you asked me first because I feel like this might be. I was debating between two, as I always do, and I think the one I'm going to go with is a little guy named Goku. I think Goku could gnar some hot dogs, man. That guy could put them away. And I suspect, James, if he doesn't bring him up, I'll bring him up in a bit. But there's an
honorable mention if he's not.
The character that I brought up or selected because you so lovely or so graciously passed it over to me with what did I pick? I picked Monkey D. Luffy.
That's who I was good. That's my backup. So I kind of had a feeling there.
Just like he loves meat and he can very easily pack it away.
He loves phallic shaped meat.
Yeah. I feel like those two are kind of like the goats of just eating like a ton of meat after a hard fought battle. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what they do. That's their thing. So they're putting away hot dogs, no problem. They don't even need the dipping in the water part.
No. That's like secondary, like they finish and then they go, what's this water? Luffy can't even have water.
Yeah, Luffy probably would. Yeah, the water would actually probably mess up his stomach. He's for sure getting that's like he's like H2O intolerant, right?
Yeah. Do you remember? Well, I mean, you would remember this. You were in his class, but my brother's trick to eating hot dogs. Fold it in half and then like shove the whole thing into his mouth.
No, I can picture your brother doing that.
I love that because in grade school, for everybody back where we're from, we'd have hot dog day every Friday.
Every Friday?
Yep, every Friday.
I feel like hot dog day is pretty universal.
No,
I don't know. Jay didn't know about it. So yeah.
Jay's heritage and the school that he went to might have prevented the pork-based hot dogs.
We had hot dogs from time to time. We just
make hot dogs out of more than just pork.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, there's all beef hot dogs. That's a thing.
Okay. Anyway, Cody my brother regales us of the tales of the whole class gathering around his table as he shoved these two hot dogs into his throat as deep as he could and as fast as he could.
I like knowing your brother, though, and he's like, yeah, it was an epic moment. Everyone was cheering for me, but they're probably like, look at this guy shoving hot dogs in his throat. It's awesome, though.
Yes.
Your brother's awesome.
Cody is good.
Who did you pick to compete with Goku and Monkey D. Luffy?
Okay, well, I didn't go with a shonen or a male shonen character. I tried to limit myself. So I tried to go with an interesting choice this time. Still from a shonen series, but I went with Kanroji Mitsuri from Demon Slayer.
Oh,
the love
very
Hashira.
Okay.
She enjoys a big meal, and that's why I picked her. On episode 1, she had a lot of food, and I'm like, oh, timely, it's appropriate, and it's different. Nobody would pick her.
No, I like it. I appreciate that pick, actually.
Kana Hanazawa.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. There it
the
is.
words. Yeah.
Okay, check one off the box. Just waiting for the second one. I gotta check off.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it. I'm sure at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's out of the three of these, who would win?
Who would be the most likely to actually eat the most hot dogs?
I'm going with Goku.
Because his speed is a factor here too, right?
Speed is a factor, and he's not human.
That's
like
true.
all three of these people are superhuman, but Goku is literally an alien.
He's Super Saiyan.
Jay,
I'm
who do
going
you
with.
think?
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I'm kind of torn between Luffy and Goku. But I think at the end of the day, I gotta go Luffy, just because one, he stretches, so it's easy to just pack it away.
He do stretch.
He do be stretching.
Yeah. And I mean, it would also be hard to choke if he can easily stretch, right?
Yeah. I've seen him choke though, I feel like. But I could be wrong. Mitsuri, I appreciate her pick, but she's competing with literal freaks of nature.
Yeah, that was just my pick, and I tried to pick somebody different.
That's a classy pick. You know what I mean? That's the connoisseur's pick.
What can I say? I am.
Whereas me and Jay are
classy
simpletons. Boy. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go with Luffy for the reasons Jay stated. The boy is stretchy.
Yeah.
I've seen both these boys eat, and Luffy eats a much larger quantity of food.
Okay.
He's it's
one of Luffy's
comical.
main motivations is that he doesn't want to have to share his meat.
That is actually one of his main driving motivations. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Would he eat the bun or just shove the wiener down his throat?
He would grab an entire tray of wieners and shove them down his throat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably tray and all. Yeah.
Okay. So now the question everybody's been waiting for: who amongst the three of us is the most likely to win a hot dog eating competition? The three of us are having a hot dog competition.
Mm-hmm.
Who's winning? Water included. You have to drink. You have to drink the water that the wieners were boiled in.
Okay. Hot dog flavored water and the chocolate starfish.
Yeah.
I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I feel like I got this one in the bag.
Okay. Jay?
I don't know why I feel this. There's literally no rhyme or reason behind it, but I feel like Cole's got this.
Okay. Thank you for calling me fat subtly. Honestly, though, I'm gonna go with Mike on this one as well.
I have a gigantic mouth.
Mike has a humongous mouth, and it's very supple. And I eat a lot, but it's usually small servings. It's my stomach is smaller than the average man.
That is true.
So I would say Mike would have it. I would probably come in last between the three of us, honestly.
I have no feel for how much Jay can eat in a quick amount of time, to be honest with you.
Whenever we'd order pizza, Jay would usually eat most of it, and then I'd have 2 slices.
Okay, so Domino's pizza, large size. How many slices you getting in a 30-minute period?
In a sitting?
Yeah.
2, maybe 3.
Okay. I could probably eat almost the whole pizza, maybe the whole pizza.
I could probably eat the whole pizza.
Yeah.
So me and Jay are fighting for this one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll have to have a competition.
Yeah. I mean, give me an hour or two, I'll polish that pizza off, but
yeah,
I can't do it in one sitting like that.
I wish I could be like you, because I kind of hate sometimes how much I eat in one quick go, and I hate how fast I eat.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm also 50 pounds heavier than you, so
that is true.
Who's more jealous now? Jay, why don't you read the next superlative?
Superlative was I wrote a very bastardized version of it, so I'm going to find the official version. Most likely to spend all their money on something stupid.
Let us begin
discuss, yes.
With
characters.
Jay?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. This is a bit of a cop-out because it's 3 characters, but they're always lumped together, so
it
kind of makes sense.
He took mine, didn't he?
Just considering what they purchase all the time.
Oh no,
it's very obvious. And that's Team Rocket.
Oh, Jay, you took mine.
That's a good
pick. With me on the fly here. That's a really good pick.
See, But they do spend their money on stupid things. So is it most likely to, or that they already do?
Yeah, well, it's most likely because it's 100% true.
Okay, I went out and I said another timely pick. Sorry, I'll go now.
Okay.
Yep.
It's my turn. I speak now. I went with another timely pick. I went with Megamine. She strikes me as the impulsive type. And if she sees something that she wants to buy, she's just going to like blow her money on it.
That is a very good take, but I feel like out of like the party in specifically Konosuba, I know you're talking about the spinoff, but I would say Aqua's the most likely to blow it all.
Well, sure. I went with kind of that personality type.
Yeah.
Like I could see Megamine being like, I want that.
I just because Aqua's a goddess, she has no real concept of money. So she just like buys something not even thinking about how much it actually costs.
Yeah. Michael.
Oh,
we all
man,
know who you picked.
I picked Team Rocket is who I picked. But, oh man, I'm gonna have to come with some backup here. Are you going with Megamine?
I'm going with Megamine.
I do feel like Aqua would be the better choice there, so I'll go with Aqua.
Okay.
Maybe just because like I do think she would be the most likely to like literally just spend money on food and drink and then be like, why am I so broke? And then she looks at her bank account and she has like 47 DoorDash orders or like Uber Eats orders.
Yeah.
It me.
She's like, oh, that's why.
It me FR.
Yeah.
Me IRL.
That's it's an addiction. The DoorDash.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Did somebody say skip?
I'm voting Team Rocket on this one though. That was because I have to agree with Jay because he stole mine. I don't know. They spend money on like you watch that show. They buy bazookas and rocket launchers. And,
their expense account is absurd.
It's insane.
Well, the amount of
like
times
how is
they have
Giovanni
to get
approving
jobs
this
because
stuff?
they don't have the money for anything. Like
Giovanni's just sitting in his big office with his Persian, and he's like, "What? They bought some kind of electric-proof net and a robot."
Again,
and it broke again. Oh well,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Approved.
And then tomorrow you need another one. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, you need another hot air balloon.
Yeah.
You need another Magikarp shaped submarine because the last one got blown up by a Gyarados.
Yeah.
As a trio, they are horrendous with money, and I don't know how they are still employed by Team Rocket. Are they employed? Like, I feel like it, right? I don't know how that works.
Well, how would they get paid in the things that they buy?
I don't know. They're employed because there was that one episode where they're on the ship, and James buys the Magikarp, and he uses his advance.
Oh,
that's right.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
They do get paid. They are employed. Confirmed.
Okay.
Canonically employed.
Does that mean Team Rocket has like a tax return then? Like are they they're like employees of Team Rocket?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? It's crazy.
I mean, drug dealers got to do their taxes.
How do you file that? Like, is Team Rocket like a governmentally recognized organization?
You know what? Team Rocket owns casinos and stuff. They are actually like a company. That's right.
That is true.
Yep.
That is true.
Yep. Confirmed.
Yep, you're right. There we go. We figured it out. And Cole, your vote, as Jay would say usually, doesn't matter. But who would you vote here?
Well, I just want to defend
who I was voting for.
Oh,
Jay, who are you voting
Cole.
for?
No, Cole. We already asked Cole, but it doesn't matter because I never said.
Let me defend my pick by saying I tried to go with somebody whose personality reflects what this says, rather than just like the actual spending habits of the character.
Oh yeah,
so that's why I went with like somebody who doesn't actually spend a bunch of money. But yeah, I'd go Team Rocket out of the three of the characters. Yeah, the amount of money that they actually spend is absurd.
Okay, just for like something that would be really fun, I'd love to see a YouTube video where someone breaks down exactly how much Team Rocket has spent on random contraptions.
That'd be funny.
That would be really funny. It would be a good conspiracy video too.
It has to have been done, right? Like at least like for like a season or something like that. Because you got to remember, there's like over 1,000 episodes of Pokemon too. Or is there? I don't even know. But yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Jay, who are you picking? Are you also going Team Rocket?
I mean, I gotta go Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Team Rocket blasting off again into bankruptcy. I guess it's my turn to read the. Oh, right. No, the three of us.
No,
the three
no.
of us.
Yeah.
Three of us.
Yeah.
Me.
I think it's Cole too.
I think it's me.
I think, Jay, you give Cole a run for his money, so to speak.
Like, almost literally.
But I think Cole is more impulsive than you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Jay's a little more frugal than I am, and I am a fool. I bought this stupid ring light. What's wrong with me? What do I need this thing for? I'm shutting it off.
My
$15.
my new camera was free. Meanwhile,
as he blasts at himself. Yeah. See, there you go. There's proof in the pudding right there.
Yeah.
Cole bought his camera and a ring light. Jay got a free. He waited until he got a free camera from his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, Daddy, give me a ring light. I guess it's my turn to read a superlative.
Yeah.
And this is an appropriate one for me.
It is.
Most likely to spend hours in a YouTube conspiracy theory hole. What's a theory hole?
Like a rabbit hole.
You don't want to know, buddy.
Anyway, I tried to pick somebody a little off the beaten path, but this character reminds me of somebody who would fall for like some right-wing crazy, they on some crazy bullshit, and that person is Eren Yeager.
Oh, that is a spicy pick.
That is a very spicy pick.
I could see him falling down some crazy rabbit hole, getting red-pilled.
Yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely susceptible to such things, I think.
Yeah. Mikey?
For mine, I went with someone that Cole doesn't know, so this is kind of a weird one. I went with a duo from Durarara, Erica and Walker.
Oh.
I could just they're like basically like side characters, and like all they do is just talk about like anime and just weird like pop culture stuff the whole thing. And I could just picture them like going on like QAnon or like reptilian videos and just like earnestly like talking about it and being like, oh, this is crazy. I don't know if they believe it, but they kind of like, you know what I mean? I could see them doing it for the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my pick. I'm going with those two.
My pick, I'm kind of surprised this one didn't get picked, but regardless, I think it's the correct answer. Because he's a little bit crazy himself.
Okay.
And that's Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate.
Oh, that was the first one I thought of. And then again, I was like, I can't pick that one. You know why I went with that one? Because he literally, like in the show, he falls down a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
He starts reading about, what's his name? John Teeter.
John Teeter, yeah.
Teeter.
Who's like famously like...
Yeah.
Like a coast to coast conspiracy theory thing.
Yeah, it's literally a part of the show, like a crucial plot element that he is this type of person. So that's
Jay's right.
Jay is correct. You're right. You've won. But Jay, I feel like you must at least give Cole and I merit on this one. I think both of us probably picked good characters as well.
Yeah.
No,
this is just you have like an overwhelming victory right now. Like, you know, in the Mortal Kombat when you when you like kill somebody and you rip their spine out.
Yeah, you landed a fatality against us. Eren Yeager's the type who would like fall down for good reasons. Like he feels like he's protecting his friends and family, but in the end, he's falling into a destructive pattern. And I don't know anything about Mike's characters.
Jay, could you agree with me? Could you see them doing some crazy YouTube antics?
Yeah, I could see it. I don't really remember them like too well because I watched Durarara a long time ago, but I do definitely see it. But no, it was a good pick. Both of you had good picks.
Yeah, no,
but yours was superior. Yeah, no.
I do have a couple of other runners up that I had written down. One of them, Haruhi Suzumiya.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like very, very conspiracy theory rabbit hole prone.
I could 100% see that. Yeah, she's into UFOs.
Yeah, she's into UFOs. She's into like that kind of like occult kind of thing, like UFOs, aliens, and all that. And then the other one, I don't know why I thought of this, but I feel like just like one day He comes home from his work in court, and he just randomly does it, and that's Miles Edgeworth. I have no idea why that came to mind.
That's random.
Yeah, it was so random.
That is very random.
So random. I don't know why that came to mind, but
I don't even know if I agree with it either. But that okay, sure. I don't know, because like, not to spoil the next part where we predict which host does this, but like Cole works a very like mundane office job, and he does this. So actually, there might be something to that.
Okay, I think spoilers for who's gonna win this out of the three of us. Maybe.
And my runner-up would probably be Yato from Noragami. I just feel like he would definitely be into some conspiracy stuff.
He's on our UFOs on Reddit for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know who else is on our UFOs on Reddit?
You.
Cole.
Me.
Yeah. But let's not go there yet. Which one of these three is the most conspiracy nuttest of them all? Who was the three that actually we've nominated anyway?
Aaron Yeager.
And I did the Walker. Oh yeah, no, we already said Rintaro. Okabe one.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okabe
Yeah.
Somebody had to pick him, and he's the right answer. Yeah.
He's the right answer. Yeah.
Anyway,
as for the three of us, it's obviously Cole.
It's Cole. Yeah.
It's Cole for sure.
I mean, last week I told you guys about how one of my favorite podcasts is explicitly about a massive conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And some of my other favorite podcasts are like Somewhere in the Skies, which is just about UFOs. Like I can't get enough of this conspiracy theory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I'm pilled. I just really enjoy it.
And you love like vintage coast to coast and like those late night conspiracy theory talk shows. It just all adds up. Cole is a conspiracy nut.
Yeah.
It's confirmed. You can't hear us right now. Oh, he's holding up a sign from X-Files that says, "I want to believe."
I want to believe.
Hey, Cole, who bought that for you again?
Jay, you did. That's why it's on display in my...
Oh, that's so nice. You guys are so cute.
Yep.
Speaking of cute, who is the most likely to accidentally poison somebody with terrible cooking?
Oh, boy.
Now, I will go first because I have a hot take here.
Okay.
It's going to be someone that I don't think you guys would have thought of, but I kind of thought of it when I was doing some research for this question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I put Soma Yukihara from Food Wars,
honestly,
the main character.
Honestly, that's actually a good take, Mike.
Now, Cole is like sitting there and he's like, wait, that's the main character of a cooking show. Mm-hmm. He must be good at cooking. The show's about how good he is at cooking.
Mm-hmm.
But what Cole doesn't know is his hobby when he's not cooking amazing things is to cook food crimes that are a crime against humanity.
Like he'll serve people up squid with peanut butter for no reason other than it's his own sick kick.
Yeah, him and his dad have this running gag where they make like the most horrible possible dishes and then trick people into eating them. And then they laugh at them when they eat them. Mm-hmm. So I think he could literally probably cause someone bodily harm with one of these creations.
No, honestly,
they are
that is a
atrocious.
very, very good take, Mike.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting too, because he's actually a good cook, but he could also kill somebody with his cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay or Cole? Who's next?
Jay would be next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My pick for this one was Your Forger. I think like it's kind of obvious why.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was the obvious pick for this one.
Yeah.
Good pick though. I mean,
because she does.
She literally does
cooking.
like is terrible at cooking and unalives her brother every time he tries a bite, and then he comes back.
No, he's loving it. He loves
it. He loves it, but it still unalives him.
Yeah, you can
like
say it kills him.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't want to say the word on YouTube.
Okay. Oh yeah. Whatever. We're not monetized
yet.
Yet.
What was I gonna say? Patreon
incoming.
But the beauty of Patreon is it's not sponsored by YouTube.
Yeah. No, it's where we would be editorially independent.
Yes. Beholden to no one except
you, the listener.
The patrons.
You're our god.
Yeah.
But yeah, yours a great choice. She literally almost kills people with her cooking every episode. But I will counter you, Jay. She learns to cook somewhat okay by the later parts.
She does learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has improved.
Mm-hmm. She has indeed improved.
Okay, so the question is, if I may read it, most likely to accidentally poison someone with their terrible cooking. Accidentally. No intention here, right? Perhaps they're drunk. Perhaps they're just bad at cooking.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
It's
I know
time.
where this is going.
This would not
It's
be
her.
an episode
It's her.
of the Anime Protagonist podcast. Misato Katsuragi is my pick for the one who would
Okay.
accidentally poison somebody
Okay.
with their
I'm into
cooking.
it. I'm into it. The only thing I could say there is she generally cooks everything like out of a freezer dinner or like basically like an instant version.
Maybe it's
And
expired.
those are generally pretty safe unless
Expired,
Yeah,
it's
maybe
expired or left out.
expired,
seem like
or she's trying to be a little experimental and she puts a little of that Drano in there, you know. Here, Shinji,
Drano
try
in your
this.
instant ramen.
Yeah,
This will blow your socks off.
yeah. This'll,
Yeah.
Crap, I dropped it on the floor. Let's clean it with some Drano.
yeah. Oh, Mike, we lost Mike.
We lost Mike, but that's
He's
okay.
gone. He's gone.
He's gone.
Well, why
he's
don't-
out of here.
Why don't you and I stall for time
Mm-hmm.
by saying out of these three characters,
Mm-hmm.
who is the most likely to accidentally kill somebody with their terrible cooking?
You know what, Cole? You've brought up a good point there when you say, and thank you for not making it obvious that I had to go let my dog in. And,
Did you
know, just
did you go
covering
anywhere?
for me there?
Did you go
Yeah,
anywhere?
no. Yeah, I did. I don't
Wait,
know if
Mike,
the
you
listeners could
left?
tell. Yeah, I quickly left there. I'm glad you guys didn't bring it up or anything.
Man,
But-
we've gotten past the point of you being able to sneak off now.
Yeah.
No, we're. If you leave the room, everybody's gonna find out.
I know.
Totally
Everything
not
is
because it's on camera on YouTube or anything.
yeah. Cole, I think you've actually'd us here and pointed out the factual thing of you put your glasses up and pointed out that the copy does read most likely to accidentally poison someone with terrible cooking. And I do believe that certainly does rule out my character because I think he would intentionally he's not using like expired ingredients, but he would you know what, maybe
something. I think it's a spectrum of accidentalness, and he's flirting on the line of being almost intentional.
Yeah.
Whereas
I agree with you.
Whereas Yor and Misato, their intentions are pure.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yes.
Soma's,
Purely bad.
Soma's
Yes,
intentionally trying to poison.
harm.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm going to vote for of the two mommies, the canonical AniPro mommies, I'm going to go with Yor on this one.
Okay.
I think there's just enough evidence there that she literally poisons people with her food
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
her food is toxic. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Jay.
I'm gonna have some fun, and because here at AniPro we're advocates for fun.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
It's in the terms of reference, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fun must be had.
It's on the contract we all signed.
No, the blood oath, yeah.
Yeah.
And I am going to say Misato because I think that like Cole has a point that like she would like, you know, she doesn't know how to cook, and I think like her just being like accidentally making something expired and just like serving it to Shinji.
Jay,
I'll
I'll just say it. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get Cole to pick between Yor and Misato. And I like it. Now, Cole.
Never.
Okay. Interesting
who's-
tactic here you guys are doing. So Yor becomes a good cook. Like, these are two competent women who are very bad at cooking. But oh no, they both like drinking too.
And they're both like,
and you know what?
ridiculous
Yor does
drunks.
get drunker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'd
is
say
true.
Yor
Yor
gets drunk. Yor gets
She's a
drunk.
sloppier drunk than Misato.
But Misato is a more consistent drunk.
Yeah, that's why she's less sloppy, right? It's a toughie.
Yeah, that is a toughie. I'm going with. Now you guys are gonna just. I'm going with Misato.
I knew it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I
knew
don't mean to be like. That's my pick. But I just
But that's
feel
your
like
pick.
there's. I don't know. There's something more pure with Yor. Whereas Misato is, she would accidentally poison somebody out of just sloppiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I think I'll go with that one. Now, out of the three of us, who's the most likely to poison somebody with their cooking? And why is it Jay?
Yeah.
And why is it Jay? Yeah. It's got to be Jay.
Absolutely.
Jay's making us sandwiches, grilled cheese with mac and cheese sandwiches.
I think it's just purely like I think it's purely just like of the experience of cooking here. Like,
I think it's just
I
think it's just process of elimination at this point.
Yeah. Mike's a really good cook.
Mm-hmm.
I try. Yeah.
I attempt cooking.
I've had your cooking. You're a good cook.
It's okay.
The best thing I can make is scrambled eggs in the microwave.
Yeah, Jay's gonna kill us.
Yeah, Jay's gonna kill us. Yeah, it's confirmed.
The best thing I can cook is scrambled eggs in the microwave. We're just gonna let that go.
Just let that marinate. Yeah. Jay just said like some perfect supporting evidence. I like it.
And I rest my case.
And it's like, you know what, Jay? It's nothing against you.
No,
absolutely
it's just like, not.
I know. You just gotta learn, my guy.
Yeah.
No, you live at home still, so yeah,
it just is what it is.
Jay, why don't you
for sure
read the next one?
The next one, I'm a little bit insulted you gave this one to me, but take it as it is.
I knew this one would make Jay uncomfortable. I don't know why. I just had a feeling.
Who is most likely to fart in an elevator full of people?
Jay, can you move your mic a little bit closer to you there? Guy, my guy,
buddy,
Thank you.
buddy boy.
Yeah,
not that close.
That's a little too close.
Oh, is that too close?
It's there we go.
Jay's just slowly slithering away from the camera. Okay, this one I had a hard time actually coming up with.
Jay's gotta go first.
Mike can go. Mike can go.
Fine, Mike, go. You had a hard time coming up with one. This one I did have a hard time as well, but I think I got a good one.
I got a
good one.
Oh, yeah?
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, who do you got, Jay?
I got Sakata Gintoki from Gintama.
Okay.
I had a feeling he was going to come up at some point here.
Yeah, I feel like we'd have comedy characters here.
Mm-hmm.
I also went with comedy character. I went with somebody who just would do it and then just not care.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Saitama from One Punch Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I wanted to ask, because I think that this would be a funny discussion.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a fart is it? Is it like the silent but deadly fart, or is it like a loud burst?
And like, how do they react to it? Because I think Cole alluded to something interesting there of like, would they do it because they don't care and then they're just like whatever, or would they do it just because they're kind of gross?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Those are like the two versions of this scenario.
Yeah. I feel like Saitama would just be like one of those loose like farts, you know?
and he's just like people would look at him and he'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Guy's got a fart, you know?
Guy's got a fart.
Yeah. It's bad for
what about Gintoki?
So Gintoki, the most Gintama thing.
You have to make the sound of the fart with your mouth as well, by the way.
So the most Gintama thing is there would be a whole story arc of Gintoki trying to hold in this fart in the elevator. It's a whole
Gintama is goat.
That is 10 chapter story arc, and at the end they almost reach the next floor, and you just hear
the elevator like jostles or something and shakes it out. Yeah, it's funny.
And like there's a reaction face of Gintoki just like despair and shock at the same time.
Despair.
That's funny. I like it.
Okay, Mikey, who'd you pick?
I picked a little character who came up in this game earlier. I picked Monkey D. Luffy. And I think it'd be purely purely rubbery, just and I think people would look at him and he probably wouldn't. He'd be like, wouldn't even notice they're looking at him, wouldn't even think twice about it. That's the type of guy
he's
he
a
is.
pirate, so he's kind of messy.
Yeah, and he's kind of just like very socially unaware of stuff for the most part, or just kind of doesn't care.
It's really a very meaty fart too, because of all the meat he eats.
Oh, it'd be that elevator. Yeah. Everyone's dead in that elevator.
Yeah, it's a stinky one too. Yeah, in terms of stink. Yeah, that's probably that one. How does Luffy not have like gout? Stretchy joints?
Stretchy?
Yeah.
Stuff? Magic? pirate stuff. I don't know.
How does he not have scurvy?
That's true.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They got Sanji. There's probably something going on. He's putting vitamin C on his meat. It's not like Luffy tastes his food anyway.
Also Chopper.
Also Chopper, yeah. We got to decide who's the most likely, though. Not who's the stinkiest or whose hair's the most. It's the most likely to actually rip that fart.
I feel like it's Luffy.
That's kind of what I was going to say, too.
Yeah.
I think it might be Luffy. Because like the pure, like, grossness of Luffy a little bit, I think he'd be willing to just, like, let her rip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's, like I said, the messiness of being a pirate just prevents him from caring about farting.
Yeah. That's a real barrier, right? Is how much you care about it.
Yeah, which I appreciate. Yeah. Luffy. Yep. Now.
The real contentious one.
Yeah.
Which one of us?
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I don't know. All three of us? I don't think any of us would do this, to be honest with you.
No. Man, I
do
would
have a slight favorite.
Okay, who?
And I think it's our fearless leader here, Jay. If I had to
That's
guess,
what I was thinking too.
Guys, what's my move?
Say one,
what's my move? I say I excuse myself from the room and then I go. I would never fart in an elevator. Now, granted, when I leave the room, I make the fart as loud as I possibly can.
That's the part is you turn it into a bit of a performance art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with a little more coaxing, I think you could end up in the thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bite.
Yeah.
I'll bite.
But as for the hosts, I'd say I'm the one who I'm the closest to Luffy in terms of caring about it, probably.
Yeah.
So I'm probably on that spectrum, maybe closer.
If I was in an elevator with you three or you two,
right?
Yeah. No, it'd be.
Okay, there we go. Confirmed.
I don't mean the band you two. I mean like you, the two of
like
you.
Bono, the Edge. Yeah.
Oh, we know. We've experienced it firsthand.
I haven't farted in an elevator with you guys.
Not in an elevator, but you have farted when you were with us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Poor Jay was downwind of me too.
Yeah. You I don't know why you grabbed him by the neck and held his head by your butt too. That's kind of too much.
Yeah,
Come here, boy.
That was a bit concerning.
Yeah. Well,
it's good though.
It's fun. It's bonding. Bonding.
Classic male bonding. Do you guys want to do the last one here? The bonus? Did you guys have a
do the last one. Nice round 6. Okay. We each read 2. Who is the most likely to cry whilst watching a sad movie? I went with a good old shoujo classic. I went with Toru Honda. I could see her.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
That is a good pick.
I don't mean like wailing, like you're sitting there, you're watching a sad movie and you look at her and she's dabbing her eyes a little bit,
There's tears. Oh yeah. I could see Toru wailing. I could see that happening. But I think she's more likely to be a little bit self-conscious about it type of deal. Mm-hmm. You're right. That's a good pick.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Mike?
All right. I went with someone who is unafraid to cry, and they do it often. And they're almost known for being weepy. They're a little shonen boy.
Mike, this isn't which one of the three of us is going to cry. It's which character.
We're not there yet.
Which one of the three?
We're not there yet.
Yeah. I thought you were describing that. Okay, continue.
No, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Yeah.
This little boy is known for weeping frequently and often. They do it a lot. Maybe not so much lately, but they definitely still have a weepiness to them. Mm-hmm. I went with Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia, Deku.
Okay.
That boy do like to cry, and I think you put a sad movie in front of him or just a video of All Might or something. He's weeping. Yeah, literally anything, that boy cries. So
be weeping. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking
Jay?
of do be weeping, Jay.
So I have 2 characters, and I'm not really sure which one I want to pick, but
can only pick one.
Yeah. So I think for the sake of the discussion, I'm gonna go with Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling. She just gives off the crying vibes during a sad movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, vibey for sure. I think that's what Jay and I went with. Mike went with just proven track record of tears.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
what about your second one? Your honorable mention.
The other one was Ruby Hoshino from Oshino Ko.
Okay.
I feel like we don't know enough about her.
That's why I went with Marin.
It's a wise move.
Yeah.
I had one rule this week.
That was last week.
Don't
bring up that show.
Watch Oshinoko, people.
It's too big brain for Cole anyway. He doesn't.
Too big brain for Cole.
Yeah,
he wouldn't get it.
Yeah, he
wouldn't.
My
get
brain's
it.
too smooth. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that meme. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
But anyway, yeah, it's a good move, like using the more popular character of the two. I feel like Marin is a sneaky choice here because she does get caught up in her emotions a lot.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
My honorable mention is another cry shonen boy, Tanjiro.
I thought about
Demon
Tanjiro.
Slayer.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's kind of basically like a less weepy Midoriya too.
Yeah,
he doesn't,
but not that much less weepy.
He doesn't necessarily weep. I feel like Midoriya is more the pick. Like Tanjiro, I feel like if he's watching the movie, he'd have some tears, but he wouldn't be like bawling.
He's closer to Toru, I think. Yeah.
No,
and then
the three here. Do you have any
I had a
honorable
backup
mentions?
too, if you care, if you even care
I
about
just
my
asked.
backup
I
pick.
just asked you. I just asked you what your backup is. Can you tell us? Like, you don't got to make a whole show of it. Just tell us what it is.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay,
so
are you going to tell us?
My backup pick was a little character from a classic shoujo anime that everybody knows. You might know her.
Don't make like
as,
a show of it. Just say
I
the
know.
name.
You said that, so I had to do it, which is why this is taking way too long.
Mike gets out like a popper and just.
Yeah. My backup character was Usagi from Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon herself.
She's a bit of a crybaby.
Yeah. Her nickname literally is Crybaby.
Yeah.
But yes, I went with Deku. You went with Toru, and Jay went with Marin. But there can only be one.
This is a tough one. I like the Marin pick, to be honest.
That's sneaky.
That's a sneaky pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going
and
with
I like
Marin.
the Toru pick. I
like the Toru pick.
Yeah. Is that who you're voting for? Because I'll take this W.
I think out of the three.
Here's my thing against Deku. Deku, yes, cry-y boy, but he seems to cry over like getting like overwhelmed with like positive emotions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, whereas like a sad movie, I feel like it would have to be either Toru or Marin. And Marin, like Mike said, like she's got that she has a tendency of like letting emotions get the better of her.
That's kind of I think I'm gonna have to go with Marin.
I'm gonna go with Toru. I feel like she's kind of like Marin, but also more prone to empathizing with the sadness. I think. I think she's got some sadness in her, and she's gonna let her out through the tears.
Yep. I will say that before we decided how we were going to go through this episode and pick which of the three hosts would be the most likely out of the three of us to exhibit this superlative.
This behavior, yes.
I had already written down which host it was. I'm not sure
me too.
if
Me too.
Mike, did you?
This one actually is what inspired me to decide, hey, we should actually say which of the three of us this would be. Because I was like, oh, some of these are pretty obvious and it'd be good content.
Anyway, let's leave it at that because everybody knows. Yeah.
Everybody
anyway,
knows
thanks
which
for
one
listening
it is.
to it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much for listening.
It's Jay.
Obviously.
Obviously, it's Jay.
Obviously.
We went and saw Suzume last week, and the guy was like vibrating, crying so hard next to me. It's like, dude, are you okay? You're embarrassing us.
I thought my seat was shaking, and I look over, and Jay's just like weeping open, like, it's like, oh, okay, hello.
Let's just say Jay has a reputation.
Yeah, I mean, I this isn't even a secret. I mentioned it on the podcast before. SAO made me
come
cry.
up a few times.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
that's how beautiful it is.
Now, Jay, you have to decide between me and Mike who is the least likely to cry.
Cole.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah,
that's
Cole's a robot.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen. I can't even picture Mike crying.
Yeah,
it's because I put on a big mask for you.
See,
but I cried at Suzume.
Mike is least likely than me, but Cole, you're a stone-faced robot.
Man, you guys gotta watch me watch that one episode of Simpsons where Homer meets his mom. Oof, that one gets to me.
Really? Okay, we'll watch that sometime.
Yeah,
when he's sitting on the hood of his car and the credits are rolling. Oh, beautiful.
Maybe we'll include that one of our watch parties. Right after we watch Konosuba. We've been watching Konosuba in our Discord, dear listener.
We should
come watch it with us.
Yes, we should specify because we haven't done that for the last few weeks. We're doing watch parties Sunday nights at 8 Central.
That's right.
Yeah, well, currently we're watching Konosuba, An Explosion on This Wonderful World. That's the Megamine spinoff. It's pretty fun so far.
Yeah, so later today, join our Discord. Come watch it, because we will be watching it later today.
That's right. Today. Yeah, Sunday when it comes
Mike
out.
will be nice and refreshed after driving for God knows how long.
I'm driving like 5,000 kilometers, which is 3,000 miles over the next week.
He'll be so happy to be home with his dog and his cat, and he'll be so sick and tired of driving, but he's going to watch that show with us.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to another episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. You can follow us on social media at AniProPod. That's ANIPROPOD. You can follow me personally at AniProCole, ANIPROCOLE. Michael, where can they follow you?
Follow me at Gritty Gundam, GRITTYGUNDAM. Jay, tell the people where they can follow you.
You can follow me at Jay Garedian. That's JayGaredian.
That's right. That is where you can follow all of us. Just don't follow us on the streets, because that's scary.
That's so scary.
Yeah, please don't stalk us.
Don't stalk us.
Kind of nice.
We're wittily doing the Gwitty in the tweets.
Yeah.
Don't follow us.
Please leave a like after that comment from Michael. Review and subscribe. Tell a friend all about us. Come to our Discord. Can we announce the thing that we're working on? Do you figure we'll have it ready by this point?
I mean, it's close to ready. Maybe. I don't know.
The Patreon will be coming up soon. So if you really liked us, why don't you consider supporting us?
On Patreon.
On Patreon, we'll have some nice tiers for you to join, and some incentives. Anyway,
maybe one of the tiers is we'll ship out a vial of Jay's tears to you. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get crying.
Oh, it's easy. Links to everything is at our website, anipropod.com. Anyway, until we're back next week, we say as we do at the end of every episode of the Anime Protagonist Podcast. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.